GETTYWealthy Britons are hiding their cash in fear of a future Labour government, claims City boss. The UK's rich list is ploughing money into the pensions funds as they fear a hard-left Labour government after the next election, City boss Jason Hollands has claimed. Tilney Investment Management Services boss Jason Hollands said the potential election of a hard-left government led by Jeremy Corbyn and John McDonnell is a factor creating anxiety towards UK investments amongst many of our clients. Many of them are nervous about Corbyn, and that's something that comes up as we go around the country and to client seminars and through QA sessions. The investment boss claimed that clients are worried that the tax reliefs they have grown used to are now on borrowed time. It is also feared by some that Labour could end tax cuts on pension contributions, leading to them pouring cash into the pension pots to avoid high rates. Mr. Hollands said all parties have clearly been eyeing this as an area of potential change, but if we ended up with a Corbyn government, you could quite easily understand why they might be the ones to pull the plug on higher tax relief for pensions contributions. Many of them are nervous about Corbyn. Tilney Investment Management Services boss Jason Hollands, a Labour spokesman, said today after 7 years of Tory austerity, the prospects for economic growth, productivity and people's living standards have all been revised down. The next Labour government will provide the major boost to investment. Business groups like the CBI and the FSB have been calling for protect 95% of people from any tax rises and ensure our public services work for people, not profiteers. Labour will put an end to the rigged economy that benefits only the super-rich, to build a society that works for the many, not the few. Bank Morgan Stanley recently claimed a Labour government would pose a bigger risk than Brexit. Monday, June 26, 2017, Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn in the Greenpeace area at Glastonbury Festival. The left-wing Labour leader revelled in the accusation, claiming that it showed his party has challenging the elite. City investors are also reportedly been moving millions overseas as they too fear a Corbyn-McDonnell regime. Recent poll success has rattled some figures in big business and the City, who fear an economic disaster. Private equity investor Edie Truell told the Financial Times he had taken his £250 million family funds out of the UK because of his concerns. Getty Jeremy Corbyn and John McDonnell have welcomed attacks from the City. He said, "I would be devastated if he got into power. It would be disastrous. I've heard from investors who say we don't want to invest in the UK, not because of Brexit but because of Corbyn and endless." Private equity group manager Gary Wilson warned investors would stop sending some of the money to the UK if Corbyn seized power. He told the paper a lot of investors are just hoping and praying it doesn't happen. Others have warned the UK's reliance on its tax base made it vulnerable if high earners started leaving the country. But Dean Turner, an economist at UBS Wealth Management, said talk of Mr. Corbyn's danger to the country was extreme. He said, "If we do see a weaker pound, the change would be gradual. I doubt we would see the kind of falls we saw post-Brexit to vote